The MDI Shadowlands Season 3 has begun, with the new seasonal affix encrypted and the addition of the 2 Tazavesh dungeons. My name is Naguura, and I will be going over the highlights of Group A's winning team strategy in Tazavesh Streets of Wonder. But before we go into Echo's dungeon run, let's take a look at their group comp. Their tank is a Kyrian Blood Death Knight, providing lots of self-sustain, damage output, and control. For healing, they chose to put Zalia on a Kyrian Holy Priest, providing a lot of healing and damage with the addition of power infusions. As for the damage dealers, they decided to go with a Nightfey Destruction Warlock, a Venthyr Havoc Demon Hunter, and a Kyrian Survival Hunter. With the recent addition of the tier sets and the Unity Legendaries in 9.2, both Destro Warlock and Survival Hunters have been known for their strong AoE damage output. And since a lot of their damage is magic, it explains the addition of the Havoc Demon Hunter, applying Chaos Brand to all targets and increasing the group's magic damage done by 5%. On Radar.io, you can find more detail about what the players are wearing and their talents they are using. There's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. Now let's take a look at their dungeon run. First, I want to highlight the way Echo dealt with the first boss room. They cleared 34% enemy forces and the first boss in only 2 minutes by constantly chaining trash pulls while handling all of the mechanics perfectly. You can see great use of Mind Soothe to skip some mobs, Mass the spell to remove the refraction shields of the officer, and Imprison in combination with Shining Force to separate the inspired mobs from the rest of the pack. Their offensive CDs and defensive CDs are perfectly handled, even reducing their cooldown with the use of Hymn of Hope. And because they have pulled multiple relic packs together, they are focusing down one relic and one Vi relic to get the perfect combination of cooldown reduction and haste. Once they are getting close to killing the boss, they position the containment cell towards the last double trash pack they want to pull onto the boss. And they focus down the Woe relic to gain movement speed and stealth to skip ahead to the next pull. The next move I want to highlight is very creative because they are dealing with so many things simultaneously. First, they are finishing off another Woe relic, and then 3 things happen at the same time. Fragrance is moving into the broker area and carries the trade goods to all the vendors to get the secret password to enter the Oasis. This is possible because Zalia had already triggered the event previously. And because the Woe buff is a stealth effect, Fragrance can now carry the trade goods without getting in combat with the strong arms that would usually chase you down during that event. While Fragrance is doing that, Zalia is using the movement speed and the Shroud effect to move to the Grand Menagerie, starting the event there by stepping into the room so they don't have to wait around later. And while they are both off doing their own thing, the rest of the group has already moved to the mail room and is clearing trash there, waiting for the other 2 group members to return. Another cool trick they have shown this weekend is a Relic Optimization during the Grand Menagerie. While the group is moving into the next boss room, Gingy and Fragrance are doubles to seeing 2 Market Peacekeepers with Hunter Trap and Imprison, so they can pull the relic attached to that trash pack. Then they move to the hallway of the boss room, and as soon as they finish off the Woe relic and Datoma spawns, they both use a gateway Clix had previously set up, and then use Shadow Melt and Feign Death to drop combat. Approximately 2 minutes later, this Woe Drifter will aggro them again, and walk into the boss room as they are finishing off the boss, giving them a perfect timing on that movement speed buff and Shroud effect they will use to move to the next boss. How exactly the Woe Drifter aggros them 2 minutes later is not something I managed to figure out, but if you have any idea how they managed to do that, then let me know in the comments below. The next innovative strategy I want to talk about is their clever way of snapping certain mobs onto Misa's Oasis boss event, and also the last boss. While they are moving to the Oasis, Nao and Gingy are going off on their own, pulling 2 different trash packs. Nao is pulling the mini-boss Commander so far, standing in front of this teleporter to the last boss, and Gingy is pulling a triple pack in the Bazaar, but using his trap to CC one of the mobs first. Now they're all moving into the Oasis, and as soon as they stand on the stage, both the mini-boss and the 2 non-CC'd mobs that Gingy pulled are now snapped to them. Later on, the last mob that was previously in a trap also snaps to them, staggering the amount of mobs they have to deal with throughout the boss fight. This way they manage to gain 14% trash count during the boss fight and additionally don't have to deal with the mini-boss later on. Very efficient. They're using a similar strategy again on the last boss. By delaying the kill on the Woe relic on Misa's Oasis, they make sure to still have the stealth and movement speed buff after the boss dies. Clix on the Warlock is using his previously set up Demonic Circle and Gateway to quickly get out of the boss area. Then uses his Soul Shape to move to the teleporter, teleports up to the last boss room and puts down his demonic circle there. Then he moves back down again and pulls an Enforcer and 2 Spark Casters. He uses the demonic circle to teleport back up to the last boss room, and all 3 mobs snap to the group. The great thing about this strategy is, not only do they efficiently cleave down the last % of the enemy forces they need, but the Enforcer also applies a 20% damage taken increase to himself and all the mobs around him, so they gain a huge damage buff to the boss. Obviously, these strategies are incredibly risky, so huge shout out to Echo for pulling off the victory this weekend. Absolutely amazing job. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown of this run, and if you did, make sure to tune into the MDI this weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and we'll see you in Azeroth.